Finally, some good news. Looks like the teaser for the next Dokkan Fest has been revealed. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We are back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are breaking down this brand new teaser for the upcoming post-transcendental Dokkan campaign, Dokkan Fest TUR. And we have quite the surprising hint. There's a lot of different things this could mean, so in this video we're going to break this down, figure out what we think it could represent and what it could mean for the upcoming celebration. So let's go ahead, let's dive right in, and let's get the obvious out of the way. So looking at the position here, there's a couple things, right? So we have a 7 silhouetted figures with red eyes standing to the front, with one positioned ahead of the rest. So my immediate thought, and I think most of the community has jumped immediately to the Metal Cooler Army, right? So it's possible we could be seeing a new Metal Cooler. In fact, this teaser almost certainly represents the Battlefield LR's art, right? Granted, there's only 5 here. It's still very, it's strikingly similar. So remember, with these hints, your first guess is usually the right one when it comes to these things, as we saw with the Transcendental Dokkan campaign and the Tau campaign, like that. They tend to be pretty on the nose with these hints, so I'm going to wager a guess and say that this is very likely to be a new Metal Cooler, which kind of lines up with what we expect, right? Things that we understand that are happening in game and soon to come, right? We know through the EZA table schedule, right, there's a lot of characters that would be related to Metal Cooler who are on the docket for an EZA, such as the Worldwide LR Cooler and Birdcoo and Metal Cooler and AGL Saiyans. Not to say that they would EZA, but they could, right? They are on the sort of path to EZA now that we are towards the end of the year of the 10th anniversary. So it's possible, not saying it's likely, but we also, of course, if you guys have been paying attention, right, the new Broly event gave us a Target Goku mission for the event, with, you know, Target Goku being a very limited category at the moment post 10th anniversary meta. So that does beg the question, right? Well, obviously, they're going to release a Target Goku character, and lo and behold, Metal Cooler is in fact, and the army are in fact on Target Goku. So it does seem like that is the most likely scenario, but that doesn't mean it is the exact answer, as always, right? While our first answer may be the correct one, sometimes it can be a little out there, right? Again, like with the Transcendental Dokkan campaign, right? Nobody expected Golden Frieza and Gogeta. I think, you know, maybe some suggested Golden Frieza, but a lot of people were assuming, oh, this was going to be like Tournament of Power or Resurrection of F. I don't think anybody expected a tag with Gogeta, right? So, I mean, just because this is kind of on the nose a bit doesn't mean it's exactly what we should expect, right? So, I do want to throw out a few other things that would also fit the Target Goku category, because I think that's, you know, that's sort of what's telling. And my number one picks, I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bit too Trunks brained here, but I would say one of my big picks here that could be very likely is where is it here? All right, here it is. So one of my likely picks is a possible Android 17 and 18, because with the glowing red eyes, now granted there's only 2 of them, right, compared to the 7 that are listed here, right, when Trunks first shows up to tell Goku about the incoming androids, I don't know, right? The second half of my brain sort of, took it to like, oh, I wonder if this could be the androids. They would also fit the Target Goku category, as you see here, right? It would have to be the present day androids, though, right? Because as you can see here, right, the future androids are not on Target Goku, but the present day androids are. So it's possible that it could be them. Well, actually, I should say it's a little confusing when it comes to the androids, because some of them, like the AGL 17 and 18, who their card art is very clearly from the future, they are on Target Goku, even though Goku would already be dead. Right? That's sort of the signifier of why the future, like the tech androids, aren't on it, for example. So it would obviously be the present day androids, and I have been saying that, right? Like, and a tag 17 and 18 would be really good for that would be a really good Dokkan Fest. So I mean, it's possible. Again, like I said, this does kind of that's kind of what I thought of second to Metal Cooler. So that would be really cool. I mean, there's a lot of Android Cell Saga stuff on the docket for EZA. Oh, actually, let's pull that up here real quick. So if we actually look at the EZA table here, right, so we can see that, right, if they were to do the 17 and 18, right, we could very easily hit a couple of Android Cell Saga EZAs to go along with them. They could obviously do the tech, right, if they end up leading Androids or Future Saga, or Android Cell Saga, right, and then obviously they could even tap into the AGL Trunks and the AGL Trunks and Gohan if they wanted to really take it a step further with the EZAs. And again, like I said about the other thing with the Metal Cooler, right, there's a lot, there's 4 major EZAs that would fit there. So, those seem like the 2 very likely situations for that. Now, one last situation that a few people have talked about, well, actually there's 2, right? So one last situation is a new baby, right? A lot of people expected us to get a new baby as part of, the GDC or the last part of GDC, right? But instead we got Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. And so, I mean, this would be the perfect place. He is also on Target Goku. So a new baby could fit, and the hint could likely be a representation of the possessed Saiyans, right? So maybe we get some possessed Saiyans, free-to-play TURs, possibly EZA, Awaken and EZA, some of the ones we already have. So it could be a reference to that. That one seems less likely, because, it's just, I don't know. That one just doesn't, I don't know. It seems like that one's a bit more of a stretch. The last one is the Legion Shadow Dragons. And again, another one that doesn't really sit well with me because, again, if they were gonna do this, this seems like something that would have better been tied with GDC, especially as a free-to-play LR, right? But I mean, these guys did Super EZA during that time. But I could, much like the Metal Cooler, right? There are 7 of them, right? With Sen positioned himself in the front, but I don't really see this working again, like as a Dokkan Fest TUR. Especially when the LR already exists. Like, are they just gonna reuse this animation, or is it like a multi-tag unit, right? Like maybe a couple of the units are like, well, the thing is, none of them attacked together, really, either. So, the whole thing is, I think this is the least likely scenario, but the only thing that it's got going for it is there are 7 figures in the image, and there are 7 Shadow Dragons, so... Again, hard to say, but I do think that this one is less likely, and also they aren't on Target Goku, which also kind of leads me to the path that I don't think that they are likely. So I think likely scenarios, like I said, are Metal Cooler Army first, Android second, and then possible baby third. And all of these would fit any sort of possible easy A schedule, because I think regardless, like if it's baby or cooler, I think they would just dip into these regardless, this guy and this guy, because they could fit under like a transformation boost or target Goku lead, right, if it manages to lead both somehow. And then of course if they go the androids, we have this side to tap into. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know who you think it could be. What do you think this hint represents? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.